Alrighty, so we are live for episode 8. I think episode 8 or 9. I think eventually we'll stop counting, but
we got C Money back.
C Money.
I'm back, bitches. What's up?
We got the light-skinned Dominican back in the house.
I'm back.
He was getting pussy whipped by his new girlfriend.
Oh.
So,
Oh no, I had a kid, bro.
Oh, you had a kid?
Yeah, I had a kid.
You had a kid?
Yeah.
Damn, that quick? What was it,
Yeah,
like 2
literally.
months? It was like
Yeah.
2 weeks, 3 weeks?
Yeah. It was really fast.
We got, yeah.
Classic.
We got the ceremony.
Well, she had the kid, and I just kind of took over as a dad.
Oh, I got you.
Oh, does she actually have a kid?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, cool.
What do you guys think of that? Just so we'll get right into it. Just I want to talk to you, Chads. Get some Chad perspective.
Yeah, let's wrap this up quick.
Would you ever date a girl who has like kids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on whatever.
I saw this funny ass meme on Facebook, and it's really funny. It's like dating a girl or like taking over like a woman's life that has kids or something is like playing a game that already has like a used save file on it.
Oh my
You
god.
ever heard of that? Isn't that true though?
Yeah. I mean, if the kids kind of suck, then.
Oh my god. Wow. It really
I mean,
depends.
I want to start fresh, man. You have one life. I feel like just find a woman without any kids.
I mean, I would get heat when I was single, and I was like, yeah, I don't want to date anyone with kids or whatever. And then like,
I don't think that's weird.
girls would be like, oh my god, you're fucking sexist piece of shit.
Nah.
And it's like,
you're overreacting.
honey, go back to food
Yeah.
stamps. No.
Oh wow.
Speaking of which, you see that Future's baby mama is only paying, or he's only paying her I think it's
$3,500?
Yeah, it's like $3,500 a month or something, and she asked for like $50.
Really?
Yeah.
53,000
Like-
is like a little insane, but I think it's
Yeah.
just so that she can get them.
Oh,
go,
yeah.
let's go ahead and pull this up.
Yeah,
Right there.
yeah, this is worthy news.
Anyway, but to go back to your point there, no, I don't think it's a problem. I mean, it really depends on a lot of things. Like, obviously, if you're gonna jump into a relationship like that, you have to get along with the kids.
Yeah.
Like, then it becomes like a whole okay, you can't only get along with the mom, you have to get along with the kids too. So that's another factor to, otherwise what you're gonna oh, okay, I'm your dad now, and then
Yeah. It's just
fucking
annoying.
sucks.
The original father just kind of dumped that responsibility on you. That's what I don't want.
Right.
Start. And it's not my kid from blood.
I mean, if you have the
Yeah,
choice,
I don't know.
I mean, if you have the choice, right? Like you have, I mean, like you can have a woman you want. Like you can be picky. Like
yeah, I
If
mean,
you-
obviously, but it wouldn't be like a factor that I'd be like,
it wouldn't be a deal breaker.
it wouldn't be like, nah, dog, I ain't into that. Yeah, no, it wouldn't.
Oh.
Just because it's like, I don't know. What do you think? What do you guys think?
No, I mean, I think it is like a borderline deal breaker. I feel like every time we have these conversations, you surprise me.
Yeah, he's very gentle.
Yeah, you're like an
You're
undercover
very
gentleman.
What?
Seriously.
Yes, give me your 4 kids.
Have you ever watched?
Okay,
You know who you remind me of?
4 kids, damn.
That's a little bit too much.
You know who you remind me of?
Who?
Have you ever watched that? Did you ever see
Oh,
that?
3-6 Mafia?
No, 365. Did you ever see this movie 365 Days?
No.
So it's
Is that a
like,
chick flick, erotic film.
yeah, it's like a chick flick
What?
I
where,
completely guessed, by the way.
yeah, like the guy,
I mean,
he's basically like this rich dude who like, it's fucked up. I hate this movie. Look, so let me set the stage for you guys, and jump in if you have any. I don't know why it's not pulling up. Let me change it to large.
what is going? This is is this whatever?
Is this like an erotic porno? Film?
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks like that one movie,
It's like
50 Shades of Grey.
Yes. So remember when? Remember when 50 Shades of Grey came out and was like.
what the fuck?
50 Shades of Grey came out and like all the girls were like into it, like, oh my god, this movie's so good or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's funny because 50 Shades of Grey came out, it was like a book, and like it was like this sensation thing, like all the women are reading it and whatever, and it's like shit that they like they want to be like dominated, and they want to be like have a guy like in control of them or whatever, even though like they might not admit it. That's why they have like those like you ever go to like a grocery store? They have those like erotic novels, and it looks like Fabio with like long hair, and he's got like an eagle on his arm or some shit.
They want to be with a demon.
Yeah, a demon, Jesus. I don't know what that means. But this movie pisses me off.
What is this, Charmed?
This movie, you remind me of this guy in this movie, and it's funny, but
for that
so
reason,
Blair reminds you of an erotic sexual freak.
Yeah, he reminds me of this guy because this movie came out this year, and it was like the 50 Shades of Grey of 2020. Because it was like this like Italian movie, like I think he's like Italian.
Totally missed this.
He was like Italian or whatever, and so this is the movie. The premise of the movie is he's like this super baller rich dude from Italy, like has like private planes, like money, like dude is like baller status, right? He falls in love with this random woman on vacation while they're in like France or somewhere in Europe. It's like a European movie, right? And he kidnaps this woman, and he makes the woman like, oh, I'm gonna keep you here, and I'm gonna.
What the fuck?
Not a sex. Listen. So he's like, oh, I'm going to, like I fell in love with you, I love you or whatever, and I'm gonna give you a year, 365 days, for me to fall in love with you. And the dude is like super aggressive. Like she goes to take a shower, and then he like just jumps in the shower with her and like grabs her by the hair. And like they just start fucking in the shower, and then he's like into like dominatrix shit, and like as you can see here, and it's fucked up because the dude is obviously like this really good looking guy, and it's like women are so fucking hypocritical. Not all women, of course, not all, but like most women are so hypocritical because it's like imagine if this dude was like a Cheeto,
like Shrek.
Yeah, was like a Cheeto finger. Like fucking slob, like Harvey Weinstein or some shit. I mean, that's pretty much what Harvey Weinstein was.
So he actually kidnapped in the movie. He kidnaps her.
He like he literally gives her like these Bill Cosby like date rape drugs, and she falls asleep in a like dungeon.
And she's okay with it?
I'm not kidding.
And she's like, I'll give you 1 year. 1 year.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny. It's just funny because he's like. She like just goes along with it, like it's because he's like this good-looking guy. She's just like, oh, okay, like she's not like fighting it as. I mean,
okay, would this happen in real life?
Hey, yeah, in real life, would it happen? No. If it's a good-looking dude, he's a millionaire, I'd be like,
I feel like it does happen.
I'd be like, all right, I'll give this guy a chance.
I feel like it does happen.
A good-looking dude who is a millionaire. You're saying like a girl
from a
like,
girl's perspective.
Okay, there's two ways this would go. Yeah, that would go like 2 ways. It would either be like, all right, I'm cool with it, or it'd be like, what the fuck? Like, get me the fuck out of here. Like, you are psycho.
I feel like there will be, but I feel like there's a lot who, like, so in the movie too, so there's an added element where the reason she's in Europe or she's in this country, I forgot what country, it could be France or whatever, she's like Russian. She's like speaking, not Russian, but like some, you know.
Slovakia.
Yeah, one of those, you know.
Like Eastern European?
Yeah, like one of those like crazy like white people, European races or whatever that talk like funny.
What?
Like, I'm just kidding. This joke. You know, like Slovenian and Slovakian, whatever.
Okay.
So, you guys get the point.
No, I don't understand where you're going with this. So what is happening?
So she's on vacation, and like her boyfriend or whatever is like cheating on her, and like she finds out like while they're on vacation, and like he doesn't care about her, and she dumps him in the middle of the vacation, and then in the middle of vacation, coincidentally, this is when he decides to do this. He like runs into her and like kidnaps her and then starts this. I mean, I guess you have to watch the movie. Like I couldn't get through it because I'm like. This movie is so dumb because it is kind of like 50 Shades of Grey, if you ever watched that movie. And it's like even worse than 50 Shades of Grey because, like I said, it's like this dude.
Exactly.
In the movie, he can only get away with this because he's like this fucking millionaire.
Like a Bruce Wayne dude. Billionaire.
Yeah, he's like a hunk. Yeah, he has like literally taking her to restaurants, like fine dining. Like the lady's like. For a year, like he's taking her like shopping. Like there's a montage where he takes her like shopping in like these like expensive Italian like outlets or whatever, and it was like Gucci bags and like Louis Vuitton, like literally like. So it's like, oh yeah, so bad. Like
she wouldn't mind that.
Yeah. I mean, the whole premise of the movie is fucking stupid, to be honest.
It is fucking dumb.
Like, what kind of douchebag would kidnap a girl? Be like, hey, you're mine now.
I know. And it's dumb too because it's like it is the kind of guy who like doesn't need to do that. It's like,
exactly. It's dumb because he's a millionaire and he can get anybody he wants.
Right.
Why does
He doesn't need to kidnap a girl.
He's sick and twisted.
Well, thanks for bringing us down that dark hole, Arthur.
But so you think this guy reminds you of Blair?
It reminds me of like he looks like him.
Fuck?
That's all I'm saying.
You're such a gentleman. You know who you remind me of? This fucking kidnapper.
Does he look like him? Does he? So if you guys don't know, it's like this dude with dark hair. He's got like the goatee, facial hair and stuff. He looks just like fucking Blair.
A kidnapper. You know what? You're a real gentleman, Blair. You surprise me every time. You know who you remind me of? A fucking kidnapper who locks a girl in a dungeon, gives her an ultimatum.
But this movie, dude,
he's grabbing. I mean, that's not that weird.
Which one?
The one where he's like grabbing her throat.
Yeah.
That's not that weird.
No, but he's super like aggressive and shit. Like,
what are we pulling this up for?
Because
that's not that weird.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to find.
And like some people obviously made videos. Like there's a YouTube video here. I watched 365 Days and ew, and obviously some, woke feminist is complaining about it.
Petition to remove 365 Days from Netflix.
Where did you see that?
Right there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, change. Yeah. So some people didn't like it. So, like I said, some people it was like a weird
Stockholm
movie.
syndrome and abuse. Okay.
Yeah. So like these are the scenes. It's like I said, it's one of those.
Oh wow! Look at this stupid bodyguards.
Why was he with a
Movies
blonde
are so
girl?
bad.
Movies
are so bad.
What do you mean? Why was he?
In the other picture, he was with a blonde girl that you pulled up.
I could totally picture how this.
See,
the movie that broke us.
That's a different girl.
I mean, in the beginning of the movie, he's with like other girls. Like,
dude, 2020 is just getting worse and worse.
Yeah, so this guy reminds me of Blair. It's funny. So that's
real scumbag.
I don't know. You like blondes?
I think he does. I think he doesn't discriminate. So.
Okay, well, thanks, Arthur. I'll take that how I will.
But
the movie trying to get taken down from fucking Netflix. You remind me of this guy.
To go back, cool. So yeah, if you guys want to check out this movie, I mean, I don't know if you guys ever watch it. It's on Netflix. So there you go. And Blair is not that guy, but he reminds me of him. So, cool. We were talking about single moms swipe left. So, also saying how Mrs. Bezos is now the richest woman in the world as Wall Street leads to reshuffle, da-da-da. So, yeah, why did you wanted to react to this?
I mean, isn't that crazy? Like, that's how much money this guy has that his wife gets divorced from him and becomes the richest woman in the world.
Yeah.
Right.
He doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, if you look at the list of, like, the richest women in the world, they're, like, most of them all got their money from divorce settlements. It's insane. It's pretty funny. It's
insane. Like, that's how rich this dude was. Like, in a divorce settlement, she became the richest woman in the world.
How fucked up is divorce settlements and how like they literally have to split everything in half?
I don't like that. They fucked up though. I think did they have a prenup?
No.
Yeah, they were together before he hit that wealth.
Yeah, they started Amazon together when he was like just like literally.
Well, then that makes sense then.
Yeah,
they started together.
It makes sense, and also too, did you know that she's donating most of her money to like charity?
Yeah, she's like, I think if you click into the article, it goes over like she's a philanthropist and all that stuff, which is cool.
Much money,
yeah, I mean, if you have like that much money, you're literally the richest woman in the world. It's like, whatever. Okay, sure, let's do it.
Right, right. Yeah, I mean, I think it's crazy. I think it's a fucked up system. Like, you ever see those cases where it's literally dudes like paying alimony and like child support and not child support, but like literally alimony. For like years, like 20 years. Yeah. And the fucked up thing is like you have these dudes where they literally will take when they go to court or whatever, they settle this and they determine like the amount, they literally take the like the highest amount of money you made. Like, so someone could be like an actor or something and like he could be on a show for like 5 years and every year he's making like a lot of money, like millions of dollars. But the only thing is he has to pay that alimony for like 20 years and then he's only on that show for like 5 years. So literally he has to pay like, it's the bracket or percentage amount that he's like getting charged of is the amount that he was only on that show for 5 years, even though
is it based off the most he made ever?
Yeah, like the attorney. That's the fucked up thing. The attorneys fight for it that way because like you have these guys who are like, oh yeah, it's only half. It's like, no, it's not only half. It's they say it's more than half because then the attorney needs to get a slice. You know, they have the court fees and all that, so it's all like factored in. So
you don't want to get divorced, especially like that.
Right. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's why if you can get away with having like a simple divorce, it's like, you know, kiss the ground and, you know, kiss your mom or whatever. I don't know. I'm trying to make a dumb analogy. It didn't work.
Kiss your mom and kiss the floor.
Kiss the floor. Yeah, just thank your heavens that, you know, if you have a simple one, because like dudes get like fucked over really bad for it. So,
cool.
You had another story. What was this? Oh, Jesus Christ.
I didn't really look into this one. It just was interesting. And
Alright, I'll just leave. Oh, you sent it twice. I'll just leave it here. So, okay, well.
I don't know if this is like, you know.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
We had some comments, because I know you like to start off with that. So.
Oh, I was thinking we end off with comments, because each time we sort of end off on a downer, seems, for most of our stories. So maybe we'll circle back to comments. What do you think, boys?
Circle.
All right, let's circle it back.
We'll circle back to it. All right, cool. So,
well, what do you think? You wanna?
No, that's fine. Okay. So, I guess we'll just get into our question of the day then. So, our question of the day brought in by C Money. Is that your name for him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just made that up.
C Money, baby.
That's how creative I am.
Gang. What was your?
Yeah. Would you date a girl with an OnlyFans account?
Boom. I guess I'll take the charge.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Wow.
He's like,
Wow. You have to think about if a girl has kids, but for an OnlyFans, it's like, well.
No, I wouldn't. I mean, it depends. Me personally, no. It just depends the kind of guy.
I would not at all. That's not.
I know you.
That ain't me, dog.
I know you.
Why? What makes
Based on all the shit I know.
You're a gentleman.
Yeah, because you're kidnapping women, and you're you don't want to make sure they have an OnlyFans so they can find out that they're not posting content anymore and stuff, so they can.
One of their OnlyFans.
Did you answer?
No, the answer is no.
You said no.
I'm saying no. The reason I thought about it is like it just depends like what kind of dude you are. Like I don't know. There's some dudes in their lives like they don't care. Like if they're dating, the reason they're dating is not the reason I would be dating. Is the reason they would be dating is because, you know, they want companionship. So, yeah.
You're not a guy who wants companionship? Is that what you're saying?
No. Fuck. No, I do want that. But it's like, I just feel like, I mean, I wouldn't do it. I just feel like I'm glad that I don't.
Stuttering a lot.
Well,
I wouldn't do it, but I would.
No, I wouldn't do it. I'm glad I just don't date anymore because I would never even want to be in that situation. And that's the problem too, is that there's a lot of women. We talked about this last episode that there's a lot of women who, to like literally like make extra money, they like start an OnlyFans and start posting content and stuff, and they make like a lot of money from it. But it's kind of like opening Pandora's box because then like people
they're subject to like just bullying, whatever, people shitting on them.
What? That's one of the other issues, guys. Watch out for that.
Bullying. No, but what I'm saying is like it's the shame. What I'm saying, it's the shame because then if it's like a girl like who has like comes from like a small town or whatever, or even not like,
or has a job.
Yeah, or has like a job like. Has like a fucking normal 9 to 5. And it's like, oh shit, dude, I saw.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. There was like a girl who was.
What? What'd you say? McDonald's fried cook.
Yeah, McDonald's gonna fire that. Anyway, no, but I've heard of a girl who worked at like a mechanic shop or something where it was like a mostly like guy environment, and then she started OnlyFans, and then somebody found it, and then like. I think her manager talked to her about it, like, hey, look, you need to take this down, otherwise you're gonna get fired. which is crazy. I mean, on both sides, I would be like, I'm gonna sue your ass for sexual harassment.
So she's still a mechanic.
I have no idea what you did. This is like a third party story.
I think Christian's asking, what is her number?
Yeah, to me, it's just
He needs to get an oil
it's a
change.
little degrading. Like, you know, I don't know. It's not. It's like it's the gateway drug to porn, dog.
I know, right? Isn't it fucked up that you even have to consider this? Like imagine 5 years ago, like you thought, like, oh yeah, in the future we're gonna have, like, everything is based, like, the internet is so crazy. Like, we have, like, even go back 10 years, go back 10 years ago. It's like, oh yeah, you know, you're gonna let your kids like drive around in a car with a stranger off an internet app, and you're gonna go into strangers' homes and you're gonna pay them to stay in their house for like a weekend or whatever using the internet. And then now it's like, oh yeah, girls are gonna make extra money by selling pictures and shit of themselves. Feet pics. Yeah, feet pics. He went straight to feet pics. So, you know, he's gonna be selling the feet pics or whatever. Now I can't get that out of my head. My wife told me a funny story though. My wife told me a funny story that one of her friends had this guy that she was talking to, whatever, and he was like asking her for feet pics, like, oh, give me feet pics, She's like, no, and she's like, and he's like, well, I'll pay you like $50. I'll pay you $50 if you send me some feet pics. She's like, okay, great, send me $50. So he sent her $50, and her feet was like ugly or whatever, so she went and took a Google image picture of some like pretty feet and just sent it to her and made $50.
Oh my gosh.
See, like, guys are such suckers. Like why feet? I never will understand it. If some post in the comments if you're a feet guy, if you like feet, let me know why the fuck you like feet.
I mean, I think it's just well, who knows? Yeah, let us know why you like feet. But it's a thing. It's just like
I know it's a thing.
You know,
there's like a thing. Yeah, when they investigate like fetishes and stuff, they think it comes like why like you like a certain thing, or you like, oh, you know, younger women, older women, or you like this kind of stuff or whatever. Like, it's all based on like what you experienced as a kid or whatever.
You got kicked in the face?
So if you're like a hot old man,
what?
Somebody got kicked in the face a bunch of times?
No. So it's like this is just a theory. Remember, this is all just a theory. One of the theories, like when you're like a baby or whatever, you associate seeing your like mom's feet like walking around, like you would be crawling and you would always be seeing her feet or whatever. So you like
that's some like Freud bullshit.
You get it's like kind of like Freud stuff. Yeah, you get imprinted that you like you sexualize feet or whatever.
Baby.
Yeah,
it's just I've heard that theory.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know it's funny, but it's true.
I was gonna say you're growing up and you have a hot MILF neighbor. That makes you want to. That means that you're gonna like hot women, like older women, when you're older.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, that's. I guess that is. Could be something.
The baby thing is a stretch.
It's not though. Like when you look at the theories and the things that they've considered, it's like it is kind of crazy stuff. That's when they have like you know, like what you're saying, like Freud. Like if you look into Freud, it's like, I mean, I don't know if I believe it or whatever, but it is fucked up things of like why you associate like certain things.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he was too much into like, oh, everything revolves around sex and blah blah. I was like, all right, you're a fucking moron. That's just me though.
Cool. So, you asked the question then. So
yeah, go ahead.
Would you date?
I would not.
You would not.
You wouldn't.
Nah.
You wouldn't.
No.
You know, come on.
Why are you smirking?
No, he's joking.
I would not. Because I know you guys think that I would say yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why do you think
we
that?
have such low standards of all each other?
Yeah.
Well, you guys, you know, I'm the freak out of the three of us, I think.
I
I would not date a girl with an OnlyFans.
Why?
I think it's not classy. It's not something you want to look for.
Yeah.
No.
It's definitely not classy. You weren't here when we reacted to. I feel like sex is like a crazy thing now with like the internet and everything. Like I said, it all goes back to the internet. Like you missed the video where we're watching. You know who Adam 22 is?
Yeah.
You know he makes like pornos with his girlfriend.
Yeah.
He makes pornos with his girlfriend, and she's like pregnant, and he makes like now she's pregnant, and he still makes videos with her. And he like collaborates with like other like porn stars or whatever, and like it's just really weird. Yeah, he like films himself having sex with her, and then like her friends come in that all have OnlyFans. Like, all right, guys, go check out us on Pornhub and OnlyFans or whatever.
So people can pay.
Yeah, so people can pay, and it's just like I just feel like it's fucked up. Like when I like they literally, you know who Trisha Paytas is? You know who that is?
Mm-hmm.
He just made a video where he did like a threesome with his girlfriend who's pregnant, and
how are you keeping up with this news?
I've watched his channel. I don't watch the pornos obviously, but I watch his channel. He interviews like artists and stuff, and we reacted to the video. Yeah, we reacted to the video where he had the Selena Powell, this girl on, and she has an OnlyFans too, just cause like, oh yeah, I have an OnlyFans, extra money or whatever, and she like sleeps with like celebrities, like she like sleeps with like Trey Songz, and like told a story that like he peed on her or whatever.
Oh, I remember that.
You saw that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you get into circles? How do you even start that?
Being
Like, I sleep with celebrities.
That's
what it is.
Being a hot woman in the right places at the
just
right
being
time.
like a hoe, like being a freak, and then like being in like LA, like being in LA and going to a club.
Yeah, I slept with Trey Songz. I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, she literally that's what I'm saying. She's like the biggest like hoe in the world because. So we made a video. She literally admitted to like sleeping with like 7 NBA players.
Oh, is that girl?
Bitch.
That
Yeah.
girl.
I hated her.
That
She was like painful to watch. She lost brain cells.
So you watch it too?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
It was on like Barstool Sports or whatever.
Yeah, it was like
posted it.
we reacted to the video. It was a viral video because
my gosh.
she literally slept, and then she posted in the comments later that it was like the Phoenix Suns or whatever.
She was dumb as
Oh
well.
my gosh.
And in that podcast, she literally said her life goal was to sleep with Drake. So that's what she does. Like she's like a female player, but obviously like she looks like a fucking. She's disgusting, you know. But because she's like, I was like, yeah, I slept with Trey Songz, and then she like told the story or whatever, and she literally said her life goal is to fuck Drake and to sleep with him. So
that's sad.
And she has it is sad, and she has an OnlyFans. Like all these girls who are like have like an Instagram, you know, like you have some girls like they just create an Instagram and they get like thousands of followers because you're just like, you know, pics that they're like borderline naked or whatever.
It's the guy's fault though.
Oh yeah.
Giving him clout. Like
Oh yeah.
that.
Oh yeah.
Complete guy's fault.
Exactly.
We're stupid. We were like, yeah. Oh, I'd love to see her naked. Let me pay fucking $5 a month or whatever the fuck they're charging me to see a fucking bikini pic or whatever.
I think a lot of dudes are lonely, dude. I think a lot of dudes are. It's true though.
Well, didn't you hear that
You can
story?
get it online for free. Why do they feel like they have to pay? Is it because of the exclusiveness? That has to be it.
It's
Hey, simp.
It's
Simp
exclusive.
Nation, dog.
No, Simp Nation.
Soy boy too.
I saw this documentary about OnlyFans. This guy, like I said, we talked about it last episode for a little bit. This guy interviewed he interviewed girls who have OnlyFans, and then he interviewed guys who pay for the OnlyFans. And he interviewed the girls, and it's all what I was saying, like what I'm telling you and how I know this is true. Like they would say, like, oh yeah, like once you do this, like yeah, you're gonna have money, you're gonna have extra money for like I had to pay $4,000 for the dentist, and I covered it all with OnlyFans. Great, woo! But then you like literally like selling your soul because you know these pictures once they're out there forever. Like they're on the internet forever. Like if you decide not to do the OnlyFans anymore, the pictures are still there. They've been seen, and then the dude saved them. And then if you run into someone, like someone could literally recognize you like somewhere and be like, oh wow, like
You're the chick with the OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Your boobs looked awesome in that video.
Exactly. I don't know if a guy would do that. I mean, that would be a fucking that'd be a douche move.
Not creepy.
Yeah. So, and then he interviewed the guys he who pay for the OnlyFans, and it was kind of like what we talked about before, where it's like a levels, like it's like something's not enough. Like just watching a video, like some random video online, just jerking off to that. They don't like that
People
anymore.
want what they can't have.
Yeah, so then they pay for the exclusive content, and then part of the OnlyFans too. It's like they pay more for. It's like, oh, I'm gonna pay you specifically to do this kind of like sexual act or this video.
Oh
and
yeah,
then,
the requests.
Yeah, they do requests, so that's what they pay.
DM me.
Yeah, so it's like they do certain.
They sext and shit.
Well, didn't you see the story on Bella Thorne or something?
Yeah, that's what we're gonna get to. I wanted to hold.
Perfect
Oh, well,
segue.
let's go to that.
We'll go to that.
Let's hit that one up.
Perfect little segue. So,
Jesus, $2 million.
so Bella. So this was a hot topic. Not the store. Bella Thorne's $2 million payday has OnlyFans sex star subscribers crying scam. Bella Thorne. Who is Bella Thorne anyway?
I have no idea who this chick is.
I think she's a
Disney
famous
princess turned porn producer. Nice.
The former.
Oh.
Damn, they're fucking. They're like railing into her this article. So Bella Thorne set records with her OnlyFans debut. Some competitors and paying customers are calling it a big strip tease. Emphasis on the tease. The former Disney princess turned porn producer infamously crashed the platform when she joined this week, and OnlyFans has hyped her $2 million haul in the day since. But now some sex workers on the streaming service claim the 22-year-old is cramping their paychecks. Naked, yes, naked, reads an alleged screenshot of a message from Thorne's OnlyFans account, shared to Twitter, accompanied by a pay-per-view post for $200. The pricey post, according to multiple Twitter users, showed the bombshell, who has not responded to the post request for comment in lingerie, but no clothes, naked as the message promised. Although it's unclear if Thorne herself was offering the nudes, fellow creators are blaming her for the new restrictions they've noticed in their accounts.
The alleged bait and switch. The old bait and switch.
Yeah, the old bait and switch. So yeah, people apparently like, obviously like there's a lot of chicks who make a living.
I love how they're sympathetic to them though. OnlyFans creators are worried too that they'll have to wait 30 days. Shut up.
Yeah, so
make them wait. They're fucking doing porno.
Yeah, that's the thing. So a lot of the chicks on here are upset because they are basically cramping their style, and like, you know, it's like it's a free for all. It's a free for all where it's like, oh my god, like this famous celebrity, she made it OnlyFans and she didn't even have to do anything. Like it was literally her in like lingerie, like drinking wine or something. It was like nothing, and dudes paid like $200 for the post, but they don't.
I mean, I don't know. I guess it is kind of like, that's fucked up.
I mean, what are you gonna do? Like, you can't, because it was
ask for a refund, and then OnlyFans now is like, well, fuck you.
Well, they couldn't because she didn't promise anything. She just didn't said. Oh, I guess she did promise.
She said
really
naked, yes, naked.
She said naked.
She made $2 million.
Yeah, she made $2 million, and that and they made like a. They had.
I would never pay $200 to see anyone naked.
They had to do a policy change. You don't know the kind of people who pay for this shit.
No, I get it, but I'm just saying I wouldn't.
Who are like either single or very.
Also, what I don't understand. Disney princess, was she?
I think it's little kids.
Was she on Disney?
I think she was like a Disney Channel. Like all these, it's funny. Like the most famous people now, like they were on Disney Channel before. Like Ariana Grande, Selena Gomez. Like
I have her OnlyFans.
Oh yeah, she has OnlyFans.
No, I'm kidding. Wait, so the kid, like, who's buying this shit? Is it kids with their dad's credit cards that are like curious?
Dude.
Like, who is it?
You don't. I don't think you
to
get
make
it.
$2 million. That's a lot of people.
No, yeah, you don't get it. So, and that's not a bad thing. I'm not like bagging on you.
You don't get it, you stupid.
Oh, you don't understand OnlyFans, you bitch. You don't get it. No. I'm just trying to tell you. So, the guys who pay for this, like I said, I literally had an episode when I was solo and did my own thing. I had an episode. It was called "Interview with an Incel." And it's the dudes who call themselves incels. That's what I'm saying. They're literally
look up to the Chads.
Yeah, they're literally like they're like 25-year-old like they're 25-year-old they're 25-year-old dudes who like they don't know how to talk to girls. They're like, you ever see that movie 40-Year-Old Virgin?
Yes.
They're literally like
Steve
that.
Carell status.
Yeah, like Steve Carell status, but they're like in their 20s and shit, and like they don't know how to like. I think like social media, the internet, all this has caused like dudes, they don't know how to like socialize, they don't know how to talk to girls, they don't know how to make moves or whatever, and because of that, they've created this community online of dudes who pay for this kind of shit. Everything is like behind like a digital phone or a screen or something, and it's not 50-year-old. I mean, there are 50-year-olds, but like it's literally dudes who are like
just crawling on forums.
Yeah, crawling on forums. They can't get it.
I mean, I kind of get this, like how OnlyFans, it's literally just to protect their consumers, I guess you would say, because obviously that's fucked up. If you say like, yeah, pay $200 for a photo of me naked, and then you go on there and it's like her drinking wine and lingerie. It's like, okay,
yeah.
You just scammed all of our users. Get out of here.
Oh, well, so like you were saying, so it caused thwarted subscribers to demand refunds or chargebacks in mass. The promised screenshots would have reversed course for Thorne recently tweeted, "No, I'm not doing nudity," accompanied by a page 6 story about her debut on the typically X-rated OnlyFans. In a policy change allegedly made overnight, online ooglers tips are now capped at $100, and one-time viewing fees for a post can't exceed $50, according to one performer who told her 14,000 followers No one was warned. We found out ourselves. OnlyFans creators are worried too that they have to wait 30 days instead of the usual 7 to cash out their booty from the app, according to a screenshot of an email circulating on Twitter. OnlyFans is allegedly rolling out the restriction in South American countries first. Why? To prevent fraudulent payouts, but creators based in the U.S. and elsewhere are worried the policy is coming for them too. When reached for comment, reps from the OnlyFans told the Post, transaction limits are set to prevent overspending and to allow users to continue to use the site safely. We value all the feedback received since this change was implemented, and we will continue to review these limits. So, yeah.
Fucking OnlyFans platform.
Bella, still some disgruntled creators are claiming they know the naked truth. Bella lied to her subscribers, selling a $200 lingerie photo saying it was a nude. This impacts everyone. Fellow porn poser Eon Ray sniped for actual tits and ass. Check out a real sex worker and launch an online petition to get Bella booted from OnlyFans. Bella, shame on you, wrote another Twitter user. You single-handedly ruined thousands of sex worker income.
Sex worker income? Come on. Like,
yeah, I mean, they are. Yeah.
People are bitching about that?
Yeah, they are. You don't respect sex workers? Is that what you're saying?
No.
You don't?
I never will.
You look down on them?
I look down.
You look down while they. Yeah, no, I won't get there. Wow. I mean, this is the new thing. This is the new age that we live in. So yeah.
All right,
Bitch,
well, there you
Bella
go.
Thorne.
What's the over 40,000?
This chick seems really like into herself, really cocky.
I don't even know
like her.
who is Bella Thorne. Like, what is she?
She was probably on a Disney show or something.
I'm one of those sucker. Oh, so we have some people who actually commented on it. I'm one of those suckers that subscribe to Bella's OnlyFans for $20. Wrote one Thorne fan online, who added that the feed is less titillating than expected. Every single regular post is a repost from her Instagram. The complete scam. That's hilarious. Oh boy. What? Yeah, I don't even know why is she. I'm like so out of the loop. I'm so getting old and like don't give a shit. It's like,
Whoa, dude.
I know. And who is she?
I don't know.
And yeah, and she's promoting it in her fucking.
Infamous is the #1 new movie in America.
Bella
I
Thorne.
love how she still has her OnlyFans plug in there. Like she's still like, yeah.
She's still.
I fucked over everybody, but I'm gonna plug in.
Dude,
my
as long
OnlyFans.
as I don't blame her. Like I'm a fucking same kind of person. Like if there's people paying for her, I will continue to do it.
Bella Thorne.
Actress, model, singer, and director.
Disney Channel. Shake It Up.
Okay, so yeah, she's like from Disney Channel, yeah, and they made movies, and like I don't give a shit. So,
All right, let's wrap this one up, boys.
So let's look at the
next.
There was another one here. Before we get to that, let's do this. Oh no, not this one. This one.
Oh, this one's interesting to me.
So this
Holy
is,
shit.
while we're talking about sex workers, Christian's favorite subject. Ron Jeremy pleads not guilty to 20 new charges of sexual assault against 13 women. Faces possible life sentence.
I never liked this guy. I thought he was skeevy.
He's looking.
This guy looks
like
terrible.
Dude, he's looking rough.
He was.
I mean, he's like, what is he? How old is he? He's like 60.
I think he's like in his 60s, but he looks like.
Dude, he banged like 20-year-olds. Like this guy was.
This dude looks like the Penguin from Batman.
He does.
On crack.
And
And
Danny DeVito fucked up on a bender.
yeah, on like Insomniac.
Crack.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Ron Jeremy pleaded not guilty today to 20 new charges of sexual assault in LA and Los Angeles. Convicted on all counts, the veteran adult film star, if convicted as charged, faces a possible maximum sentence of more than 250 years to life in state prison. Update: the Los Angeles County District Attorney filed 20 additional charges of sexual assault charges against veteran adult film star Ron Jeremy. The new charges involve 12 women and a 15-year-old girl and include 5 counts of forcible rape. The alleged incidents date to 2004, with the most recent incident on January 1st. He is expected to be arraigned on new counts today at criminal courts building in downtown LA. Jeremy, 67, pleaded not guilty in June to 3 earlier accounts of sexual assault from the DA's office. Here's a rundown of the new charges. 6 counts of sexual battery by restraint, 5 counts of forcible rape, 3 counts of forcible oral copulation, 2 count of forcible penetration by a foreign object, and 1 count each of sodomy, assault with intent to commit rape, penetration by a foreign object on an unconscious or sleepy victim, and lewd conduct with a 15-year-old girl. The defendant was charged in June with 3 counts of forcible rape and
So he's basically, to summarize, he's an absolute creep.
He's more than a creep. He's a fucking piece of shit. I mean, if he's literally forcing rape on. That's a thing that we. So we're gonna get in a little mini debate here. Maybe we'll see. So we've made videos before how we don't really like. We're kind of like anti-porn. Like we don't believe that it's good. Like it's not good for the dudes who consume it. It's not good in terms of like literally like your mental like what are you saying?
Just coming from a curious
we're based
just coming from a curious thing. I'm interested in this topic.
Okay.
Why do you think it's destructive for a man's mental like health or sexual health?
Because we talked about this before. So because it's proven if you consume it when you're young, it's like it highlights the wrong parts of your brain and there's kids now. There's like 13-year-old kids, and that's the problem with giving cell phones and shit to like kids. Think about it. Like the first time I saw porn, it was like I was like on a school bus, and it was like I was on a school bus, and you have that friend who like stole. It wasn't even on the phone. Like he stole like a magazine. Like like we're older.
Oh,
than
you're
you.
old.
Yeah, we're old.
Mine was on mobile.
Yours was on mobile.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So us.
It was on the phone.
It was on the phone.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
Old.
Us.
Yeah, ours was like printed off with like a Windows 95 computer, dude. Like no joke.
It was like Hustler. Hustler was the big one in the day.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, Hustler was like the big thing, and that's what I'm saying. Like that porn is not even a big deal. It's
pretty
just
innocent.
It's like when I think about that back then when I was a little kid, I was like, oh my god, what am I looking at? And it's like,
oh wow,
my little brain was
blown.
I can't handle it. No, but honestly, think about it. Just stay with me. I know it's
yeah, for sure. I mean, at least those are like sort of trying to be aesthetic, and they're
it's
like,
just a photo. Too.
Okay,
it's
so
just like a full-on video.
They usually don't show the vagine. You know what I'm saying?
The vagine.
Yeah, I mean, I think Hustler does. I don't think
Hustler did. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Playboy did. I think right. I have no idea.
Playboy didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was like a little more classy, and it was like, okay, these are like they're trying to be sexy, whatever. Whereas now it's just like in your face,
anal.
like. Yeah, it just okay. So to answer your question, Christian, it just sets unreal expectations for what it's supposed to be, or what it's supposed to like. Okay, I'll give you an example. When I first started having sex, because of all the porn I watched, it was so like when I look back at it, it was like, what the fuck was I doing?
It's like you dumbass.
Yeah, like oh my gosh, like so.
Did you
stupid.
try to like mimic the stuff you saw?
Yeah, exactly. It'd be like, oh yeah, this is what girls like.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like, no, that's not what it is at all.
Exactly. Right.
Some girls do now because of probably porn, but
yeah.
I'm gonna take you down the rabbit hole. It sets unreal expectations. Like I said, back then, our first experiences, because we're old men, was I was on a school bus, and it was like my friend who stole a magazine off his dad's like coffee table or whatever. Like literally, he's like, yeah, my dad was taking a shit and I stole this magazine off his coffee table. I remember it. And he stole it from the coffee table and brought it on the bus and showed us at the back of the bus, the school bus, and that was our first exposure. But nowadays, it's so crazy. Like we have cell phones. And like you have Dr. Drew, right? The famous guy. He has like VH1 shows or whatever. Mm-hmm. He has like he's a real doctor and does like therapy sessions or whatever. And he says how he has like treatments for like 13-year-old boys who are literally addicted to porn because it activates the same dopamine receptors in your brain that like are associated with like drugs, gambling, and it's all in the same thing. It activates the same thing in your brain. Wow. So that's why we're against it, because it's setting unreal expectations. It's bad for the people who consume it, and it creates these dudes who, not Ron Jeremy, we'll get to Ron Jeremy, but it creates the dudes that we're talking about, and like who consume the OnlyFans, who they don't know how to get with girls. They're like it ruins their social life. Like think about it back then. That's why you have communities that are like no FAP, who don't believe in masturbation. Stay with me, bro. It's called no FAP. Honestly, look it up. If you look it up, no FAP, because
no FAP, California.
10 years ago, like I said, not even 10 years, 20 years ago, it's like if a dude, like if you wanted to get off, like you couldn't just view something on the internet and like you just boom, jerk off, and then it's
for
like
nothing.
It's like over. Thoughts. Yeah, like you just it's done. It's like you have that you're done. You don't have that desire to like fuck. All right, let me work on myself. Let me go talk to some chicks and go at the bar or whatever. Like go and like
let me improve something about myself. Like okay, you know what? I'm gonna learn how to play guitar, or I'm gonna fucking go to the gym.
Yeah, now it's just like.
Yeah, like you're removing. Christ. thank you for the visualization.
Oh, is that what it's like now?
Ding ding. So and then now the switch side. No, but honestly, now the switch side is.
I like how you like also did like the
phone.
The phone. I know, but like, why is it? What the? If I walked in to. Oh, Jesus Christ. Right. Really getting detailed here. While you're shoving a shampoo bottle up your ass. Alright, this went weird.
No.
Anyway.
But then you look at the people who participate in porn, it's usually, people who are super, like, they're come from a broken home. Their uncles probably molested them.
Whoa, wait, people that act in porn?
Yeah. I don't want to go over same thing that we've gone over in other episodes
right.
again.
It's
it needs to show up.
Porn is bad. Porn is
no,
bad.
yeah. So then what were you going to say about Ron Jeremy?
I guess I'm a no-fapper now.
He's a fucking sexual deviant.
Okay, okay, this is what the whole thing that we had. Okay, just really quick to wrap it up. What we were talking about before in the other episode was that one, if you stop watching porn and you stop fapping, then like you're gonna be like, okay, I have a drive to either get a girlfriend or do something about it, so that it's like, okay, I need to work on like. Let me go find some kind of like communication course or something so I can talk to people. I'm not even joking. Like
I know.
When what? I'm not joking. It's if people took all the time that they spent watching porn, like the hours and hours, and just like worked on like improving themselves or whatever, then they would probably have a girlfriend.
We'd probably have like flying cars by now.
Yeah.
You ever see that meme? You ever see that meme where it's like, if fucking
if porn never existed, and then it's like
utopia. Yeah, it's like that meme, like just plug in the blank and it's like, the Broncos won the Super Bowl or some shit. Like it's dumb as shit. It's hilarious. Or
so this guy's a creep.
Yeah. So wait, what were you gonna say about Ron Jeremy?
Yeah, he's just a sexual deviant. And like,
oh yeah, of course. I mean, like, this guy, we've known this for like.
Look at him.
We didn't know this, but like
we knew it way before he got charged.
Yeah, you could tell from the beginning.
It's just people who are involved in that industry. The women
are also fine line.
The women are fucked up. The women usually come. They were molested by their uncles or some shit. They come from a broken home. They were on drugs. Like they come from like it's all this fucked up shit. And then the guys who come from there, they it's like literally something like they need to make money. And then when they get into it, it wakes up this like sexual nature inside of them, and they become like this guy.
I think the recruiters are worse human beings. The ones that find the women, the girls. They're horrible human beings.
Yeah, did you ever see that?
Trying to make profit off these young girls.
Yeah, did you ever see that Netflix documentary?
Yeah.
I think that's what you're talking about. There's like a Netflix documentary where
it's called No Fap.
They'll probably make that one day. I don't know what it was called, but it was literally these dudes who like he posts on Craigslist like, oh, we need like girls between like 18 and 20 years old or whatever, and they come to this house and it's kind of like a casting house, and they like make them do these videos, and they usually last for like 6 months or whatever, and then it's like honestly it's like the worst trauma in their lives ever, and then the dude is like, okay, great, I paid you whatever you wanted to get paid, and I got my videos, and I'm gonna move on, and it's like this
cycle, yeah.
It's like this revolving door, yeah. Wow. They made a documentary about it. It's really fucked up. So, I think it just leads into. I think that because of the internet, because of money and all this shit, it's like we become this fucked up world we live in. So, yeah.
All right.
Any final thoughts on Ron Jeremy? And
he's probably gonna go to jail for a very long time, and it's fucked up.
So
Get on his phone.
let's look at this.
I'm sending the article to my friend. Actually, it's funny.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So we have. I thought this was a funny video. This lady got this girl got custom abortion hoops from the internet, and so yeah. What do you guys think of abortion?
Jesus. What the fuck?
I mean, yeah.
Pass.
Oh wow.
I just thought this was a funny tweet.
What the fuck?
So she tweeted this picture of these abortion hoops, and she said, "I'm appreciative of the people who are calling me in, explaining that I don't need to wear these hoops in a golden bamboo style because it's very much." Oh yeah, that's why people are upset. Oh whoops. Oh let's see.
Damn, I sent it to you.
You sent it to us, so this is why people.
Why are you sending anything right now? We're on a podcast, fool.
We're fucking streaming. So this is appropriating black and brown aesthetics. I'll be giving these away to a good friend, and I can just get them in silver.
So
I thought
weird.
I didn't even know where her comment was. I thought her comment was going to be about people complaining that it's about
yeah, that's
Soviet
so
baby?
Strange.
Soviet baby.
Hey, they're gold and they're bamboo, so I'm gonna give them to a friend. I'll just get silver.
So people were mad at her that she's.
We can't wear gold anymore.
Well, it's bamboo, so it's like a traditional thing that
In China,
black women wear. No, like you ever see black chicks and they wear like bamboo? It's like a traditional thing that they wear. Like
yeah, and it's also in China.
Oh, really?
Bamboo's huge. Like
Pandas.
that's all that pandas eat is bamboo.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like because a lot of black women wear this. That's why people got upset. People didn't even get upset that it said abortion and that she's promoting that she like loves abortion, but people got upset that it was a black or it was a gold bamboo, and that's what black women wear, and she was appropriating the black culture, right?
Yeah,
So
well, we've talked about this before.
Yeah,
it's just like unbelievable. Like
sensitive.
Who cares?
Sensitive. Well, the reason I ask what you guys think about abortion is just because it's like it is such
dropping bombs.
It's
literally
That's
like,
a
isn't this a funny story about? What do you guys think about abortion?
That's a bomb. That's a mic
What the
bomb.
It is a bomb. It is a bomb though, because it's like you have these people who are like, oh yeah, you know, we only believe in a woman's rights to choose. It's only on the last, it's only like when it's really necessary or whatever. But then you have these women who they literally like take pride in having abortions, and they have like these little pins on their jackets, and they count how many abortions.
That's the far extreme.
But I'm dead serious. Like
No,
it sounds like I'm playing, but that's what I'm saying. That's when I hit back on people who are like, oh yeah, it's just for women who like, oh, what if they get raped? Or what if it's like incest? It's like literally rape and incest when women are having an abortion for that reason is like 0.1% of like all abortions. Most of the time they have it is because it's like a form of birth control. They just don't want the baby and financial reasons or whatever. But then it's become so politicized that you have these women who are literally like taking pride in abortion, that she's getting a fucking bamboo earrings with abortion. Like, this is real. I wish
that's psycho shit. That's psycho shit.
I don't think a lot of women do it either, but I think
this is like a very small minority.
There is a small minority that are posting pictures of this on the internet, and it's becoming this thing. It's becoming acceptable. I think that a woman who does have one should be shamed, and she should be stoned and hung out in front of her. I'm just kidding. No, but
God.
I do think it's murder, and I think it's fucked up, and I think it's fucked up how it's this acceptable thing, and yeah, so.
Okay, well, there you go. You gonna comment on this, Christian?
I'll stay quiet.
You're gonna stay quiet.
Yeah, this is a pretty touchy subject I mean, okay, let's get real though. Like, that's fucked up. Like, to have regular abortions.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
That's like
no, but yeah, no. There's literally like where they have these rallies on the street, like these political now because it's the election season, right? They have like these like interviews on the street, and then they're like people are arguing like, oh yeah, I believe in this, and then there's like these like fat feminist women with like pink hair or blue hair, usually one of those, and then honestly, I've seen the video. This is real. They're on the street and they're like, yes, I believe in abortion, and I've had 4 abortions, and I love doing it. Like, they take pride in it.
Yeah, that's fucked up. That's like not healthy for a society to be.
Oh yeah.
To have that kind of like, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I don't like that.
Thank God.
Okay, well, let's keep rolling.
Let's keep going. Bullshit. We'll keep this to the end. Let's do this. Oh, we already.
No, I don't want to cover this. Yeah, we talked about Bellathorn. Nah, fuck.
Yeah, we covered.
Oh my god.
Oh, let's do this. So this was. So this was pretty funny. So I don't know if you know who.
Yeah, the
New York Times. I don't know if you know who Sarah Sanders is, but she's like the spokesperson for the White House or whatever. Sarah Huckabee Sanders writes in her new book that after Mr. Kim winked at her, President Trump joked and said that you're going to go to North Korea, your husband and kids will miss you, but you'll be a hero to your country.
Sicko.
President Trump joked to the former White House press secretary about her taking one for the team after North Korea's leader Kim Jong-un winked at her during a summit in 2018. Ms. Sanders writes about the episode in her book, Speaking for Myself, in which she discusses her time working for Mr. Trump, as well as how she may run for governor for her home state in Arkansas. Throughout Ms. Sanders writes glowingly about her former boss, describes the meeting in Singapore between Mr. Trump and Mr. Kim in detail, including a moment where she and the North Korea made direct eye contact and Kim nodded and appeared to wink at me. She described herself as stunned. I quickly looked down and continued taking notes, and for the rest of the meeting only looked up from my notes in the direction of the U.S. delegation. On the trip back to Air Force One, Ms. Sanders relayed the encounter with Mr. Kim to Mr. Trump and the White House Chief of Staff at the time, John F. Kelly. The two men burst out laughing. Ms. Sanders writes, Kim winked at you, Mr. Trump added. Are you telling me Kim Jong-un hit on you? Ms. Sanders made clear that she did not mean that, but Mr. Trump and Mr. Kelly continued to joke about Mr. Kim's intentions. Well, Sarah, that settles it, Mr. Sanders recalls the president joking. You're going to North Korea and taking one for the team. Your husband and kids will miss you, but you'll be a hero to your country. At another point during the meeting, Ms. Sanders writes, Mr. Trump unnerved Mr. Kim when he offered him a Tic Tac breath mint. Kim, confused and probably concerned it was an attempt to poison him, wasn't sure how to respond. Ms. Sanders wrote, the president dramatically blew into the air to reassure Kim it was just a breath mint and took a few from the box and popped them into his mouth. Kim reluctantly accepted the Tic Tac from President Trump and ate it. In the book, she is said to address criticism of her and Trump. So let's see here. So what do you guys think of that? What the fuck?
That's a bold move that a president's making there.
Does that surprise you?
But it's like, okay,
it doesn't surprise me though. Yeah.
Like, would she be saying these things if she was still working there? Like,
well, no, she's only doing this because she wants to run for governor in Arkansas, and she doesn't work there anymore, and she's able to disclose this information.
She got fired.
Oh, she got fired?
Isn't that what happened? She got fired.
I think she just didn't want to work there anymore.
Are you sure? Check that out. Let's fact check this.
Pull that shit up, Jamie. All right. Sarah's
Sarah Huckleberry Finn.
Okay, why did Sarah's?
Oh, she did resign.
She resigned, yeah.
I knew it.
Told you.
Let's check it out.
White House press secretary resigns. BBC.com. White House press secretary Sanders is leaving her post. After 3.5 years, our wonderful Sarah Huckabee Sanders will be leaving the White House at the end of the month and going home to the great state of Arkansas. So she started as a deputy press secretary before replacing Sean Spicer in the top post in July 2017.
A loyal mouthpiece.
Loyal mouthpiece, famously saying that God wanted Donald Trump to become president.
Yeah, if you have a woman like that that's saying stuff like that, it's like, can you trust anything this woman says?
What reason would she have to lie? Like, I think it's
saying this like
because this is what sells. This is what sells.
That's the thing, though.
Or she's just stating it.
She's just saying that this is what happened, and in the book, she like it was like she.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, this started a whole article in the New York Times. This one encounter.
Oh, well, the New York Times, they make an article.
Yeah, but okay, go back to that other story. Let's just check this out. You're telling me, yeah. It's like where I can't use this mouse.
I close it out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I close it out. You want
here? Control T here. Command T. Oh no, yeah, Control Shift T. Let's try this, guys.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, so you're telling me Miss Sanders, 36, has been the loyal mouthpiece, famously saying that God wanted Donald Trump to become president.
I mean, people say that shit. People like invoke.
That's what I'm saying. And like, okay, she said this. now this whole thing for her book is in the New York Times. I don't know. It's just, to me, it's just like, okay.
Book sales?
Yeah, it's just like, the whole thing is just, everything's publicity. Like, you can't fucking believe anything anybody says.
Publicity.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just the person who thinks, like, what reason would you have to lie? Like,
to sell books.
I don't think so.
I look into all the marketing and blah, blah, blah. You don't think so?
It's such a believable story, though. Do you think she's lying about the Tic Tacs as well?
She looks like she has to take a shit in that photo.
Who cares about Tic Tacs? I don't understand even the point of that story.
TikTok?
It's just funny. TikTok. It was just a funny story. How
it's just like a guy like, oh, this guy thinks he's gonna get poisoned. It's like, it's fine. It's a breath mint, dude.
It was just funny.
No, I know, but it's just, I don't know.
So you think she's bullshitting?
I don't know if she's bullshitting or not, but it's just like the whole story that it's like this thing coming out in the New York Times is like, holy shit, who gives a fuck? Like, when you start working really closely with somebody, you joke around in ways that you probably shouldn't joke around at work. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. So she's probably not lying. Like,
100%.
He probably doesn't mean it. Like, he probably is just like, oh, it settles it. Go to North Korea.
Yeah,
You're gonna sleep with Kim Jong Un.
Right. Like, if you look into like what we say between us, like at work, it's like,
yeah.
Okay.
What are you gonna say?
I'm saying the problem is New York Times because they're making it seem like it's a big deal.
Right. It's like, okay, good. This is a line out of her book. This is like they've been working together for 3 years. You're gonna get comfortable around somebody,
exactly,
right?
And make jokes like that. Like I would probably make the same joke if like someone.
We do make jokes like that.
Yeah, exactly.
And take one for the team.
Yeah. I'm gonna put this in the New York Times.
Yeah. Well, I see your point now.
It's sort of like what? Okay, the president. Let's say it was another president. Whatever. If it was Donald Trump, I'm just saying. Let's say it was another president. Yeah. Then would it be such a big deal? Or does that president need to be so like, I'm a fucking robot, I am good and just, and I don't make any jokes like that?
That's the problem.
Obama would have got shit for that.
Yeah, he would. And
he would have got shit.
Obama, do you think he would have got shit on?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, you know why? Because the level of expectation for him is higher. He's smarter than this idiot. This guy's a fucking bloke on the street.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. It's like the whole premise of like, oh my gosh, he said this is like, yeah, you're gonna say that if you've been working with someone for 3 years,
right? I think he was joking, but I thought at first you were saying that he didn't do it, like it was all.
Oh no, I don't know, but I'm just saying, yeah, it probably did happen.
He's joking about grab her by the pussy too, right?
No, he wasn't joking on that.
Well.
Yeah, I mean, he probably wasn't. This story, I'm just saying, the magnitude of the story is like, holy shit, who gives a fuck?
I mean, us. We're reaching.
We
pulled up the story.
You guys, I guess. Because to me, it's just like, okay, a New York Times reporter was like, oh wow, this is a story out of her book where he joked with someone he's been working with for 3 years. And I'm not taking any sides on anybody, but like, if you were to hear our jokes at work with people who we worked with for less than 3 years, they're a lot more raunchy when like, oh, you're gonna have to take one for the team, huh?
Oh yeah,
but he's the president. He shouldn't be making those stupid jokes.
Oh my god, give me a break.
Oh my.
Fuck off, Christian. I mean, see money.
No
way.
I don't believe that. Like, that's the thing too. Like Joe Biden and Obama, like back when they were in office, like Joe Biden got heat because he was still mic'd up. And Obama like just announced some whatever, and he like leaned into Obama and was like, "This is a big fucking deal," and all the mics heard it, like heard him say the F word. So he had to come out and say like,
"Oh my gosh, exactly."
I hate that stuff. And like, I remember I was in high school, and then like I had like this teacher that was there, and she was like, "Yeah, this is what he should do. The president shouldn't do this." And he should apologize. You should never do it again. And I'm like, but that's how it's like, that's an indication of how they talk in real life. And it's like, exactly. Like, they're not robots. Like, who cares?
Right.
Like, it's not a big deal.
That's my whole point around this is like, okay, if the president were to be like, hey, this is like when you do hear somebody like, I don't know if you've worked in like environments. Okay, so let's say our environment where you have a CEO of a giant company or whatever,
right?
Or just any, like, if you were to, okay, let's say Jeff Bezos or whatever, right? You're working for him and he's at a big company and he's just being real and being like, look guys, we're gonna try to make as many fucking sales as we can because it's the end of the year, you know, we have Christmas sales coming up, let's fucking blow it out of the water. Rather than like, okay, so the quotas need to be met and these are what you should contact your managers for more, blah, blah. It's like, I'd rather just someone be real.
Yeah.
And like,
well, that and that's what Trump did. Like Trump, he didn't, like, Christian, like, that's the thing. Like Trump literally,
I know he won because of that. He's not your average.
He won. Yeah, he broke the barriers. Like when that video came out, when he was like on the bus and he's like, yeah, we were famous and we could just grab him by the pussy. Like, I thought he was like, oh my god, like everyone's gonna be so uptight. Like he's obviously gonna lose the election. But no, everyone went the opposite. Like, yes, this is what we want. We don't want uptight people. We don't want people like faking. Like, it does sound like something he would say, and like that's
how all these like
real, but he's still just not.
Oh my gosh, this guy. See, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you're having a bias for the actual versus the real situation. Like, it's your bias that's like covering up what's actually going on. He made a comment as a joke or something.
No, I know that. I'm not talking about the situation.
Yeah. Oh, okay, but okay. Well then.
No, I get that.
Well, this is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But anyway, so then so else. As another example, news reporters. Why do all the news reporters go viral when they are joking around or when they do something funny? Because the usual fucking news reporter voice. And today in the state of Florida, blah 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 blah, and then if they do something funny or they make a joke,
it goes viral.
Yeah, exactly. It's because people want to see like somebody being fucking real, not like.
Yeah, like you ever see those like when you have these comedians, they go on like local news channels or whatever, and like the local news people are so uptight and it's PG, it's daytime TV, and then they're like to make it like funny and interesting, they say something like funny like like I it's like, oh yeah, I ate the local food here, and yeah, I spent like 13 hours in the bathroom. It's like, oh my god, you got the mad diarrhea, and then like the news anchors are like, oh my god, like they get so uptight. Like I kind of know what you're talking about. I hate that uptightness. Like I love when people can just be real, and like yeah, it's like a funny thing. I would probably say the same thing. Like, oh yeah, Kim Jong-un, this fucking like dictator of south of North Korea, looked at you. It's like, all right, you know what's coming next. Yeah, and it's like totally something Trump would do.
Like, let's say some like VP of the company came by and was like winked at you or something, or you're like, I think she just winked at me. It's like, oh, gonna go for that promotion, huh? Like whatever. Oh.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
It's like a fucking joke. Like, okay,
right.
Anyway. That's my thoughts on it. I'm not going to speak on it politically, like whether whatever.
We know you support Trump.
No, I don't support anybody, dude. I'm a fucking fascist. No,
so you support
that's not
Biden.
right. No, that's not right. Actually, I was thinking of
So you're a libertarian.
Anarchist. I mean,
anarchist.
Yeah,
you're an anarchist.
Anarchist. Any closing thoughts on this, Christian? Or?
No, I think it's fucking New York Times' fault or whoever wrote this.
I mean,
it's just a little silly.
It's just stupid.
I'm not saying that your opinion is not valid. Like, it's a really stupid thing to say.
No, but I get in the context that you were explaining. I understand.
Yeah, it's just a little bit like
it's just a dumb joke. I guess.
It's like what?
Right. So Trump retweeted this, and this was an excerpt of a Joe Biden quote, 12 seconds. So let's see what you guys can make out what he said.
No.
COVID has taken this year, just since the outbreak, it's taken more than 100 years. Look, here's the lives. When you think about it, COVID is.
This year is fucked, dude.
So his quote was, COVID has taken this year, just since the outbreak, has taken more than 100 years. Look, here's the lives. It's just when you think about it.
So Trump retweeted it?
Yeah, Trump said this. Trump
so funny.
He retweeted it and said, "Seriously, is this what our great USA wants as its leader?"
Like, honestly, 2020 just gets worse and worse. It's just like, if you look at the presidential nominees that we have, it's like, oh my god, we're fucked.
I know. It's crazy. It's funny. I just think it's like, you guys, they spent 4 years not wanting Trump or whatever, and it's like you guys have Bernie Sanders. Like, I thought that would have been.
I thought Bernie Sanders was gonna like come back. I do not know how Biden won over Bernie Sanders.
He won because the establishment wants to keep everything status quo. Like Bernie.
Yeah, I guess Bernie's
He's too left.
He's too radical. Yeah, he's too left. He's too radical. It's like, yeah, we're gonna get rid of this free healthcare. We're gonna get rid. We're gonna tax the rich. We're gonna do this. It's too radical, and then all the people who are in the Democratic establishment, like, oh, hey guys, we can't do this. We gotta keep things, and that's why they pushed Biden, and they like the same thing, and then they do this, and I feel like Trump is gonna win. Like, this is Trump literally tweeted. Seriously, is this what our great USA wants as its leader? They're gonna have the debates, and they're trying not to have debates because Joe Biden is literally on the brink of dementia. Like if he talks more than like 10 minutes, he starts fumbling. He doesn't know. Like the dude is old.
Trump calls him Sleepy Joe, I think.
Yeah,
it's super funny.
That's his nickname. Yeah, Sleepy Joe. And that's what I'm saying. Like even if you don't like, Trump, it's like everyone who's voting for Biden, they look at the poll numbers, and the poll numbers literally like over 50% of the reason most people are voting for Biden is because they just want Trump out of the office.
Right.
They have nothing to do with his policies, nothing to do with his leadership, nothing to do with anything. It's because literally they just want to get rid of Trump.
I think both of them are nut jobs.
I think it's just insane. Like, it's like, oh my god.
You know what? At least Trump has his fucking head together right now. Like, this guy doesn't know what he's saying.
Right.
Play that again. Yeah, I'm sorry. This is hilarious.
Here's the lives. It's when you think about it. COVID has taken.
Hold on. Let's look at the interpreter trying to make out what he's saying.
Has taken this year, just since the outbreak, has taken more than 100 years. Look, here's the lives. It's when you think about it. COVID is
the fucking interpreter.
I wonder if this is actually like if a deaf person was watching that, if they're like, what the fuck?
They're all thinking the same thing.
Can you imagine? Watch that one more time. I'm sorry. It's just so funny. Like, just take the perspective of a deaf person and be like, okay, this is the.
It's taken this year, just since the outbreak, it's taken more than 100 years. Look, here's the lives.
It's like, wait.
It's just.
The lives.
Think about it.
I mean.
I just find it funny how Trump retweeted.
Dude, Trump retweets memes and shit.
Oh my gosh.
He does.
That's why he's gonna win because
he's normal.
He's normal. He understands the internet. He understands the culture. We live in an internet culture. You gotta know the memes. You gotta know the jokes. Yeah, he's 7 years old. He wears makeup. His hair looks like a fucking raccoon. I know, but he knows the internet culture, dude. There's all these negatives against him, but look who he's running against. The dude sets up, and that's what the Democrats are trying to do. Nancy Pelosi came out and said that she's like, I don't think we should have debates. Like, they don't want it. Yeah, they want to stay away from debates because Trump is like literally a WWE superstar. Like, he will get on the mic even if you don't like Trump, you have to admit he knows how to command a crowd, and he's like a stand-up comedian. He's gonna rip into Biden, and it's gonna be.
He'll destroy Biden.
He's gonna destroy him.
I mean, just from this, this is like a common thing.
Oh yeah,
this is not like this one-off. He got confused for that. This 12 seconds or whatever. Yeah, it's like this has happened over and over again where it's I can't. There's like one that I've seen I can't get out of my head. It's like, well, if you're trying to raise goats, the toasters will come into your nightmares or something like that. And what the fuck?
The dude has like I said, borderline dementia.
It's like just there's nothing there.
Just type in YouTube crazy. Like biggest Joe Biden gaffes. And you're gonna have like a laundry list of like so many things like of what him.
He's always, even when he was with Obama, he was a little bit off. He's always been off.
He's old.
He's just old, man.
He olds and he sniffs little kids, too. So
anyway, so
you ever see that?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you ever seen that?
Sniffs little kids.
Yeah. You ever see? All right, just because we're wrapping it up here, let me show you this.
Oh my god! We
gotta do comments too.
Yeah,
we'll get there.
Oh my god.
So, Joe Biden.
Oh, he's fighting again? Oh, that was 9 months ago.
Apparently, Joe Rogan, they deleted a shit ton of his Spotify deleted some of his controversial.
Yeah.
Why?
Because he signed a huge deal.
So his podcast went live on Spotify. So like all the episodes were on Spotify, but like specific episodes are missing, like Alex Jones episodes, controversial comedians. Literally, it's like.
Are they still on YouTube though?
They're on YouTube, yeah. But they're
why would they take them out?
I don't know. He hasn't commented on it yet.
Huh.
So, let's see here.
Biden accused of what?
Look at this.
I mean, this is also like very.
Thank you. Can I, before we start? Hey, all the kids. You want to come up here and listen? Come on up here. Come up behind me. Because I'm not holding up between them and the pool, man.
Dude, he's weird. Like, he does this shit with, like, little girls and, like, he starts touching their hair and stuff. Like, dude, like, if that was my daughter, I would fucking get your grimy old hands off my fucking kid's hair and face. Get your, like, waist out of my kid's...
I wanted to get more involved. And I realized I live in a neighborhood where I'd turn on the television and I'd see and listen to Dr. King and others. But I didn't know any black people.
He like sniffs them.
No, I really didn't. You didn't know any
I feel like he's just talking to them in their ear.
No, but
wait, go back.
It looks like he's just whispering
talking to them.
And listen to Dr. King and others.
It is
But I
creepy.
didn't know any black people.
See, he's like whispering something.
No, I really didn't. You didn't know any white people either. That's the truth.
Commentary.
So I wanted to work with him.
I think it's just one of his speeches.
was a bad dude. And he ran a bunch of...
Wait. I want
And
to
so
listen
he
to
was
the
up on the board,
commentary.
wouldn't listen to me. I said, hey, Esther,
It's a bunch of
you,
gibberish.
off the board. I'll come up and drag you off. Well, he came off.
It's a bunch of
And he said,
garbage.
I'll meet
Gibberish.
you outside my car. This is my...
Yeah, he always wants to sniff
That's just
and
one
kiss.
of his episodes.
Yeah, he just always wants to sniff.
I
and
knew
like
a
kiss
black man who spoke gibberish.
The commentary is just like literally the most.
Oh, it's Joe Biden's greatest hits.
Yeah.
South Carolina special. Play people, this is hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
See, we're all...
Go to this Joe Biden
Yeah,
funniest
like,
moment supercut.
the
Now,
we're
okay,
all
if you're voting for Joe Biden, this is nothing against you or anything.
But
It's just interesting that this is like a commonly known thing.
Successful dump. I dropped everything at the dump. It all worked out. And by the way, I got a second load guys coming. Anybody wants to help me unload? That Chuck Graham, state senator's here. Chuck, stand up. Chuck, let me see you.
he's always fucked there too.
God love you. What am I talking about?
Yeah, 12 years ago.
You're making everybody else stand up, old pal. Thank you.
Oh
very much.
no.
Yeah, he told a guy in a wheelchair to stand up.
Stand up there, Chuck.
This is him just on stage. Like he had actually come out and he speak to this because, like I said, there was like all these
Sleepy Joe.
comments of
Thank you.
him.
Can I, before we start,
There was all the
This is the same one we just watched.
Yeah, it's the same one, but there's all these like.
Oh.
Let's do this. Here, I think this is the one. He's a fucking creep, dude.
What's going on? I don't understand what's wrong with this.
Damn, he's like smooching with him.
Wait, let me see some of this. Wait, what are you doing?
You said you wanted to see it.
Oh.
good to see you. Sally, how are you? You got a smile that lights up the whole Senate chamber.
He's a ladies man.
Oh yeah.
We're getting too old and too lovely.
Why do you touch your face? It's like, oh, you're a senior, you're 17, let me just touch your face. Get your fucking grimy hands off, dude.
That was a little strange.
Yeah. I think YouTube is not wanting to show me the ones I'm looking for. There's way worse.
They have their own agenda.
There's way worse ones here that I was trying to find. Like this one here where he's like literally like sniffing and like touching. It's like, yeah, he's fucking.
He's definitely a feet guy.
No.
He definitely, if he was like young, like if he was like our age now, like nowadays, yeah, he would definitely be into OnlyFans, into like feet pics.
Oh
no.
God.
So yeah.
Alright, we're doing comments?
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, let's do comments.
You want to do
here.
one more story?
Let's do this one because this is a kind of a don't wait.
Oh, which one?
The one you just closed, yeah.
Oh, you guys want to talk about this?
Yeah, this is kind of like a upbeat, I think. I like to end it on an upswing, you know.
Oh, we're gonna end on the upbeat news of Chadwick Boseman dying from cancer.
No, that's not what I was saying.
I know what you mean. Yeah, so this was sad. He died, and I sent you guys the story when it happened because...
you didn't send me the story.
What movie is that?
Yeah, I sent it to you when it happened. But you didn't check it.
Oh, that he died?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, when it happened, yeah. Because I literally, like, when I first saw the news, I was like, holy shit. Like, he's only 43 years old. And it did kind of hit home for me because, like, my dad died from the same thing, from colon cancer. He was 53. So imagine 10 years younger than my father at 53, 43. And, you know, fought for it for 4 years.
Wow.
And, yeah, so there's currently a petition, more than 40,000 signatures with a current goal of 50,000 to make like a statue for him. And it's going to replace the Confederate monument in...
where is it? In South Carolina?
I think...
Yeah, South Carolina.
South Carolina, yeah. So they're going to replace... I mean, they just have the signatures. But I think it'd be I think it'd be a cool thing because, I mean, whether you hate it or love it, unfortunately, Black Panther, it was politicized to death. And it was like, oh, like, and it's all come back now because he died, which is bullshit. But you know, it's a great movie, and it was a breakthrough movie. It was a breakthrough movie where it's like black kids and, you know, black boys and girls had their own like superhero to look up to. It's like, yeah, he looks just like me. He's from Africa, and like, you know, they all have the Halloween costumes on. They're going to watch the movie in the theaters, and you have to respect that. And you have to love it. Like, I thought it was a cool thing. And, you know, it's not the best movie, but it's a cool movie. It's not even the point. Like, it's for them.
Yeah.
And I think that was cool. And he, you know, it's kind of sad that he died, and, you know, so young. His role too before. I don't know if you guys seen that movie 42.
Yeah, Jackie Robinson.
Have you seen 42?
Mm-mm.
Do you know who Jackie Robinson is?
Yeah.
So it's basically where he plays Jackie Robinson, and Marvel Studios actually, they were inspired to cast him as Black Panther after watching that movie. And I watched that movie when it came out, and it's a great movie because it's like a sports movie and it's like a historical movie, and it's like Jackie Robinson, how he broke the color barrier. Where, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, Christian, because I know you're more into this than me with baseball, but back in the day you had the...
Are you saying that because he's Puerto Rican? You racist son of a bitch.
Dominican, yeah, they're into baseball.
Oh, Dominican, right. I don't know why it's a Puerto Rican. Whoops, sorry, dog.
So...
yeah. There was the Negro Leagues, and he basically...
What the...
That's what it was called.
No, I'm just joking.
We don't say that on this.
We don't say this.
But he just broke the color barrier for Major League Baseball.
Yeah, he broke the color barrier, and, you know, because they had the Negro League, and then they had the regular league, and it's like, why was it separate? And he was the first one to accept, to be like, okay, guys, I'll play. And he had to overcome a lot of adversity, a lot of people calling like the N-word in the stands, and they go through that in the movie. There's like a really... Harrison Ford is in the 42 movie, and there's like a tense moment where he's like, the dude just keeps calling the N-word, and he goes into the back in the stadium or whatever, and like breaks the bat, and he's like expressing all this emotion, how he wants to like kill that guy, and Harrison Ford comes, he's like, you can't do it, like, I know I will never understand what you're going through, but you have to like just, you know, prevail, like, don't let it hurt, you know, don't let it affect you. And then the guys on the team, there was some guys on the team who didn't like him and were like racist and didn't, you know, were kind of against him. But then there was other players who were accepting him, and they were like, yeah, like, you know, it's okay, man, like, I'm here with you or whatever. And then a lot of people were criticizing them, like, oh yeah, you're supporting the black person, huh? Like, oh yeah, like, you like black people or whatever, and they were just like being super racist. Yeah, I mean, it was a racist time. So
I know, it's just you explain the whole movie. There was another character. There was this little cameo, the popcorn guy.
That's the movie. All right, that's the movie. So
no, but I get what you're saying. It was a turning point in.
in history,
for baseball, yeah.
And I think it's a cool thing how he played those both roles. And he died on Jackie Robinson Day. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's weird.
Wow,
that's yeah, that's like
that's
crazy.
a little eerie to me.
It's crazy, yeah. It's cool. It's a little quinky dink. How they have Jack.
When was that? What was that from?
I don't know.
Oh, never mind.
I believe that was first coined
it was
by
another
Ron
conversation
by Ron Jeremy.
It was this guy. I was.
What?
It might be from Bible.
Coinky Dink was. It was.
What?
Never mind. It's fucked up, actually.
So you better say it now.
No. It's actually fucked up.
Say it.
Worse than like Ron Jeremy fucked up.
No.
We were talking about Ron Jeremy. We're talking about OnlyFans.
We're really fucked up.
Pics.
Like, I'm telling you right now, it's really fucked
Dude,
up.
how? I need to know. How can Kawinky Dink make you think of something fucked up where you don't even want to express it?
Because
I need to know.
it was like a story, a story somebody was telling me, and it was like me and like 5 other guys, and we're just driving in a car, and then one of them was like, okay, never have I ever, had anal or done anal or whatever, right? We started playing that game, right? And then one of the guys is like, no, I have, yeah, this girl, blah, blah, whatever. And then and then he's like, yeah, she, and this is where it gets really fucked up. Okay, brace yourself.
I'm ready. My asshole's clenched.
Because then he's like, yeah, the first time, the first girl I ever did anal with, blah, blah, yeah, she killed herself like a year later. He's like, holy shit, like, Jesus. Like,
oh my God.
It was fucked up. And then we're all like, why would you tell us that part of the story? And then someone else in the car was like, well, it was just a little quinky dink. I was like,
oh my God, dude. I can't believe that made you think of
Oh my God.
Because it was so fucked up. And then I was like, what the fuck? Like the way the guy said it, here's just tell us a little quinky dink.
a little quinky.
What the fuck?
I mean, it's obviously not connected. Like, just because
I know. It was like,
Yeah,
you're just telling us a little quinky dink.
It's a quinky dink.
What the? No, that's not a quinky dink. Like, that's fucked up, dude.
I'm going to think of that story every time I say quinky dink now.
It was so like, everybody in the car just like went quiet, like,
Jesus.
dude, that's dark. And then it was like, why would you tell us that part of the story?
So you could have left that out.
And then the other guy just in the back, like, it's just a little quinky dink. What the fuck?
You got some fucked up friends.
Yeah, it was fucked. It was fucked.
Anyway.
Going back to this is a really uplifting story.
Yes.
Because I think it's great that, it's like he is obviously a big,
Role model.
Yeah, exactly, in that community. So
yeah, it's cool too because it was a nice quickie.
It's like a double whammy that it's like, okay, we're placing a Confederate statue with him.
Yeah.
Especially in South Carolina.
Well, yeah, he was born in South Carolina.
Yeah, but South Carolina is like the hell.
Like racist.
Yeah. I went to South Carolina.
Like
I did not see any.
What's a Black Panther?
What's a black dude? His imitations are on point. Yeah, I mean, I think it's cool. So he played Jackie Robinson. He played Black Panther. Yeah, I mean, it's just sad as fuck, dude. Yeah, and
it's sad. But I'm saying the part that, like, okay, good. It's memorial. He'll be looked up to in the future. Yeah.
Forever.
His legacy is forever immortalized too, and it's crazy how the whole time he was sick for 4 years, and he didn't tell Marvel Studios so they can plan ahead for like the new Marvel movies. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my God! This guy.
No, I'm just kidding.
You asshole.
What the
No,
hell?
for the 4 years so he didn't tell anybody, but he was fighting cancer, and he was visiting like kids in the hospital who had cancer. So like he was there in the hospital, like making kids like happy and like giving them like Black Panther toys.
Oh
and,
yeah,
like,
and everybody was like giving him shit on Twitter for like losing weight and stuff like that.
Yeah, that was fucked up because it was 4 months ago. He made like he was talking about Jackie Robinson and talking about his thing, and he posted like an IG live video, and he was like super skinny, and people were like making fun of him. Like some people were obviously like worried, like, yo, dude, like you're super skinny, like what's going on? But some people were literally like making jokes like, what the fuck, bro? Like, quarantine got you fucked up, man. You're the crack panther now. Like, literally making like fucked up jokes.
Yeah, but
like that.
In all fairness, they didn't know. I mean,
well, yeah, but that just goes to show.
You probably would. You piece of shit. Well, that's what I reposted this thing. How I was saying how like you can't judge people. You don't know what they're going through. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I think I did see that from you, but it's like, yeah, you don't know.
So you skinny as fuck. You in that crack fight or what?
Oh my gosh.
You're the crack panther.
Yeah, it's just,
that's what people were saying.
Yeah, that'll be the name of this episode. Be nice, people, because you don't know how fucked up you're being.
No, it's the name of the episode. The name of the episode is gonna be Crack Panther.
Oh my god. Or the name of the episode would be Quinkadink.
Or it's like Quinkadink. Or a sloppy jalopy.
Oh no.
I think that's like another. I thought you were.
Ron Jeremy and Foot Pick.
I thought when you were talking that story, I was literally trying to anticipate where you're gonna go with that story, and I thought like, it's like, oh, that girl did anal with you too. Like I hear her too, and I did anal with her too.
That's what I thought.
And it's like, oh yeah, what a quinky dink. Like I literally thought that's where you're gonna go.
Oh, I mean that would make more sense. That makes more sense, but
she'd
no,
be alive.
That was not it. But yeah, it was dark, and not making fun of anybody who's whatever.
Well,
I don't know. Just suicide is a very like touchy subject. I don't want to make it like light or like seem like insensitive to that subject, but I'm just saying it was like 7 dudes in a van, and it's just like it's just a little quinky dink.
Yeah, but you didn't tell us that you were friends with Ron Jeremy, so.
What?
Dude, I would never want to be friends with that.
That guy's a scumbag.
Anal with the girl.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
So I want to
wait. I think we're getting in the comments.
One more. I just want to get your guys' thoughts on that.
Oh my god.
Story. So
we're not gonna finish. It's gonna be another 2 episodes for you guys.
First of all, why is he wearing his Tims are just awful?
I know the first thing this Dominican looks at is his shoes.
You don't know what he's going through.
So
okay?
This guy, all this racial tension is going on,
and this guy wants to pick on his Tims.
Yeah. So he decided to post a picture of himself wearing White Lives Matter.
Kid either.
You don't think so?
Yeah, but maybe. Well, okay, obviously it's not.
The kid would be a little bit darker.
What do you think about this?
You don't know.
No, I don't think that's. I think probably this guy was married that girl.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. I think it's just dumb. I think it's just like
just for clout.
Yeah, but what I think about it is funny because like people are like crazy. So this girl here, whatever this Chantel, she said, "What the fuck is this post-racial bullshit?" And everybody got. So this is what she said. I'm going to read what she says because she has like this little thread here. I typically wouldn't feel the need to come back and clarify because if you read my research or know anything about my own family, you know what my issue is with this photo. But since folks like to report me, let me just preempt. The issue is the shirts. How many times do we have to say white lives or all lives as a rebuttal to Black Lives Matter is disrespectful and derailing the conversation? Police aren't going around disproportionately destroying interracial relationship families with their violence. The entire social media theater project is feeding to a narrative about interracial couples and families solving racism, and there's ample research, literal decades worth, showing how this is compulsively not true. This is not a topic I can be challenged on by people who think a post-racial society where love conquers all is the way to end racism. Y'all can keep it. At no point did I attack this family, call them names, say they shouldn't exist, so stop putting words in my mouth.
Too much time in your hands.
Yeah. I just think it's...
Wait, go scroll up. This. Only the racists would have a problem with this picture.
A loving family. Oh, wait, was I supposed to see color? So people were basically debating like on Twitter and shit and like... just saying like, oh, the horror, people with 2 races living together in happiness and harmony. So I failed to see the problem. So she didn't get the reaction that she thought that she would get because she thought everyone else would be upset with the shirts. But people were like, hey, like, yeah, this is a interracial couple, they have a kid, they wanted to post this shirt, and she fed into this toxic bullshit race. There's so much racial tension right now, dude. It's almost ridiculous. I hate it, and
it's annoying.
It kind of feeds into this thing. So,
I mean, that whole thing about like, oh, love will solve all, or whatever.
They don't believe
whatever she said.
They're against that stuff where it's like, oh, love solves all, and they want to fight racism by being very toxic and angry.
Right, exactly.
And like all
that's bullshit.
Yeah, it's not gonna win people over.
Like, have you ever seen a Hallmark movie?
I think you meant Lifetime.
Yeah, whatever. No, but honestly, it's like, no, I'm joking about the movies, but like, if you see any movement, like, okay, who is a more effective, leader in like the whole civil rights movement, like Martin Luther King, who was super like pro-love, like, like, hey, let's just like, we can do this peacefully.
Let's just all get along.
Yeah, and then or Malcolm X.
Yeah,
like, yeah, let's fucking blast these fools.
Yeah, obviously, and they were both assassinated.
Malcolm was assassinated too?
This is a quick editing.
Malcolm was assassinated?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he was assassinated on stage by, and that's the thing, people say like white people kill him. They were both assassinated by black people.
Wait, Martin Luther King was assassinated by a black man?
Yeah, they both were, yeah. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is, yeah, I know what you're saying, and people got issues with that too. People will say like, oh, well, people love to take like the good quotes from Martin Luther King, and white people love to take the good quotes from Martin Luther King and say this, blah, 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 that's fucked up. We need to, we're not going to end racism this way. I just think that it's a topic that I literally avoid. I avoid talking about it with most people in real life.
Like it's so fucking like publicized in America. If you were to go to Europe, I just don't know if would it be the focal point of everything? It's just so tense here.
In America, it is. It definitely is.
So tense. Like I don't know if this happens in like as much in Canada or like.
I just feel like
I don't think they give a fuck.
My wife, right? So my wife, if you guys can't tell, she's actually like interracial. She's like, her mom is like African and dark skin.
She's very dark.
You've never seen her.
Oh, no, your wife, I'm saying.
Yeah, she's not dark.
Yeah, she's like this guy, basically.
Her mom is
So, I just thought this funny. Like, I didn't know you were going, and I thought you were serious.
What do you mean? I'm not joking. Everybody, yeah, his wife is
she's as dark as, not even as
he
dark.
He's basically in this situation right now.
I know, right? No, but seriously, so her brother, if you look at her brother is like...
Yeah, I saw her brother.
Oh, yeah, remember?
Yeah.
They're literally like blood.
That's a black dude.
Yeah, he's black.
Yeah.
And his girlfriend is like white, like super white, and they're together.
And
yeah.
A bunch of slaves were brought over to Brazil, so it's just descendants of all
I thought you were going a different way with that.
I know.
Well, that makes sense, because, I don't know, like, there's something about,
Same thing to me.
No, but I thought you were talking about, like, well, yeah, it makes sense. You would obviously want to go out with a white girl.
Yeah. Well, in Brazil, it's like so common. It's like, it's not a big deal. It's like,
right,
yeah, she like,
whatever.
Like her mom was black and her dad was like Italian and had like literally green eyes and like light hair or whatever. And that's why she looks how she looks. Like she looks like, she's tan.
She's black, yeah.
She's tan, has dark hair, but she doesn't. But her brother, she has two brothers. They literally look black. Like they look like they're straight
crazy.
black. Yeah, it is crazy. Yeah, and her sister looks like her. So like the girls got like a little lighter, and they don't have like the hair, like their hair doesn't look curly or whatever. Gee, why was that face? What was that face, dude? I think you're on one today.
That is really funny though, because she has like your skin tone.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and me too. Like
and her brother is like literally black.
Yeah, and my grandma has like black, Native American. Like we're all like this fucking mix of Italian. Like we're both of our families are like strong Italian, and then we have black and then Native American. Like we're fucking mutts. Like we all just fuck each other and like create this big thing. So, but what I'm trying to say is like we hang out with her brother and her girlfriend all the time, and like they're like interracial. Like
he's like, yo, what's up, my nigga?
No, it's like, fucking Portuguese.
What?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Obrigado.
Obrigado. But it's like not a big deal. But he comments and says like he basically says like how it's like a huge thing like in America. It's like it's always about race, and it's like yeah, we don't even think about it. Like we're all Brazilian. Like we all think of ourselves as the same. Like his girlfriend is like super light skinned. She's blonde, and
she's also Portuguese.
She's Brazilian. Yeah, she's Brazilian.
I mean, Brazilian, yeah.
And then he is like Brazilian and like, but he's like black and has
Yeah, it's one umbrella.
Yeah, and Americans, like we don't consider ourselves like different. Like we're all just like, yeah, we're all Brazilian. We all love the same food. Like, yeah, let's go. That's what's cool. We go to Orlando and we eat like from Brazilian restaurants. Like, yeah, we're all the same. Like, who cares? And then like, but there's probably some people who like look at them and like, oh my god, look at this interracial. Cause you have the racists who look like, oh man, look what they're doing, like interracial couples. Yeah, oh my god. And then you have the woke people who are like, oh, they're interracial dating. They shouldn't be like that. Because there are woke people. There are left woke people. God. They are like that. They're left and woke, and they think it's like fucked up, and they think that it's like the white people are like fetishizing the black people, and the black people are being submissive to their partners. It's like super woke. They're so woke that they want the segregation.
Yeah.
So
crazy. Let's wrap it up.
We'll just wrap up a few comments because this went a little longer than usual. So,
no, this is less than usual, but
we'll do. Let's do. Oh yeah, that guy we were talking about for the Black Lives Matter thing. He actually
poses a non-question.
Yeah, fuck you.
The guy into.
So in our one of our initial beginning of our last episode, we talked about the gore and like car crashes and like gory car crashes. So Room Vid 09 said, speaking of grisly car crashes, a woman was killed in a car accident close to where I live about a year ago. She was instantly decapitated. Her head flew out of the car and landed in the middle of the road. Sadly, some of the people at the scene took pictures and uploaded them, which upset her family and friends and made their grief all the more worse.
I would have loved to kill to see that photo.
That's fucked up.
That's fucking crazy. Are you into that stuff?
What?
Gore and like...
We talked about that. How...
but I think that's... I mean, I don't know. Part of me would be curious to see it. I don't know.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's like...
I can't take that. I don't like it. I mean I don't look down at it, but I'm just like, I don't want to see that shit.
Yeah.
You can tell that's staged.
What staged?
Oh, basically BLM harassing people at a restaurant.
I don't think it was staged.
Yeah. I don't think that's staged.
No.
It's stupid white people doing stupid shit.
Yeah, of course.
They basically...
you didn't...
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bunch of like Black Lives Matter supporters who were all white, by the way, in this video. They were all surrounding people at the restaurant and telling them to raise their fist. And if they didn't raise their fist, they would yell at them. They would mob around them. And this girl looked like Dora the Explorer, and she was like saying like, "Swiper, no swiping." And like they weren't going away, so it wasn't working. Yeah. You ever watch Dora the Explorer?
Yeah.
Those BLM people are so annoying. My God.
I know, it's fucked up.
Go away.
So we've made a video about cultural appropriation. Sean said, it's like that video where a white guy put on a sombrero and poncho at a college campus, and white liberals passed by him yelling he was appropriating Mexican culture, not realizing that there's white Mexicans. They think all Mexicans are brown, which ironically is racist. So.
Oh yeah.
Wait. Say it. It's like a video. Oh, I remember seeing it. White guy put on.
Yeah, it's just people who think like anyone who wears a sombrero, and if they're white, they're like appropriating the culture.
There are white Mexicans.
Yeah,
there's fucking idiots.
Yeah, if you ever look at like novellas and stuff, it's not just all because like Mexicans they have like they have like Incan blood, like Native American like Incan and Mayan blood, and then
you got the Spanish.
Yeah, and then Spanish from Spain, so it's like this big mix.
Yeah, and a lot of people, Spaniards have blonde hair, blue eyes.
Yeah, like I seen this one comment where this like really woke like 15-year-old girl was like, oh, if you're not brown, like if you're white, don't be speaking Spanish around me or whatever. And it's like, what? Spanish came from a white country. It's called Spain. That's white people originated the language of Spanish.
So stupid. Oh my God.
Yeah, people are just really stupid, dude. It's just so we look at everything through race. Let's see. The reason this happened.
No, I'm not reading.
That's too long. I'm sorry, buddy. Thanks for the comment. That's too long. Some people fall for every popularized trend. Do they not realize they're not acting as angels? They're more like evil minions of Satan. Yeah, I guess they are minions of Satan from the
I hate pedos. Hey, thanks, Asian Nick Guaro.
I hate pedos. Yeah, we agree. We hate pedos as well. Pedophilia is the agenda they're trying to normalize. Imagine being a victim of pedophilia, just trying your best to heal and live your life, only to see degenerates trying to normalize it in society. What a slap in the face. Yeah, I mean, that's very true. We made a video how...
There are dislikes on that video?
Yeah, some people... Yeah, every video, there's some reason some people will dislike the video, like you never know why. So.
The dislikes on this video are from pedophiles.
From pedophiles, yeah. We made a video basically saying how, you know, they're trying to make pedophilia sexuality and how it's never going to, like, you know, become a thing or whatever. So, yeah. Any comments on pedophiles and what any comments on pedophiles?
No, I think we covered enough about Ron Jeremy.
Ron Jeremy, yeah, right. It is a fucked up story what he covered. So, cool.
It's not wrong to judge unless you're using that to justify violence. On the other hand, you best not hit on my child.
Yeah, right. Cool.
Yep.
I think that was been a
wow,
nice...
that was a real uplifting
yeah,
comment section. We really turned that around.
We talked about OnlyFans and girl killing herself after she got anal sex.
All right.
And that was a nice quinky dink. Yeah. So, cool.
I regret telling that story.
That's a funny story.
It's fucked up.
It's fucked up. Cool, guys. Well, thank you guys for sticking with us. Thanks for listening to the podcast. I promise we're coming to audio version soon. iTunes, Spotify, all that jazz. Continue to like, continue to subscribe, continue to comment, and we'll hit you guys next time in your ass with
Thanks
some new videos
for the comments, guys.
Peace out.
Peace.
He's gay.